Hi everybody, welcome back to the Chateau de la Grifferaie. We're back.
Oh my goodness, it has been a whirlwind, you guys. The last 3 months have been a blur. We have done a lot. Let us tell you about it.
Yeah, we call this episode Torn because in a lot of ways we've been torn between two locations. Obviously, we had the wedding of our son, which we'll show kind of in the second half of this video, show some highlights, just in case you're interested in our life. And that is wonderful, and obviously we're gonna be there. So we flew back to North America, but we also love the Chateau, and we have a new roof going on, and so you know you want to be around for that. And so in a lot of ways we've been torn this past week. Now, to be clear, the wedding of our son is way more important than a building or a roof. So I mean, there was never a competition. Obviously we're going to do it, but you know, you are also spending a lot of money. So we realize this video series is mostly on the Chateau more than us. So we're going to start with you know, some shots of us coming back and looking at the roof. I'm going to walk around up there a little bit, mowing some grass. We got back. The Chateau's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, not bad. You know, every time we have students here and things going on, stuff happens, but that's how it is.
It's a breezy day out here in France, and you know, we got back and we thought maybe they'd have a little bit more done on the roof than they have. They have made some progress, but it's going quite slow. They've got this whole side off, but then they've got slate on the far side, but most of it's just wood. And as you can see, with the wind blowing, the tarps come free. So if we get rain, we'll be in trouble. And honestly, I'm a little bit nervous about the wind, because if the wind catches these tarps and the tarps go flying, you know, I really don't want them to take down any of the finials or any of the cement pediments, which is you know, maybe more likely than you might think. Like, you might think, oh, stone, it's not going anywhere. Yeah, you know, so we'll see. I almost kind of wish there was nothing on it and let the rain fall in and not have the wind destroy stuff. But you know, the good news, the mower's working, and starting to bring this yard back to life. That's good news. Okay, so I'll give you some context. 90 steps down is the basement, and then you come around here. I'll go real slow, and you come up to the deuxième étage, the second floor, and you come in the door, and immediately to your right is this room that the roofers are currently roofing. Now, it has a cool floor already. The floor is awesome. Of course, the birds have been here. The wall is a mess. As you can see, I've been thinking about this a lot. I've been thinking about this room a lot, and this whole floor. And of course, eventually we can put students and workers up here. This could be, in fact, the whole floor could be a guy's floor, which would be super fun. We'll take you up into the attic in a second here, but it looks great. The wood looks great. The beams look great. There's tarps covering part of it, but it's, you know, we are not far away from having this thing protected against the rain, which is incredible. That means we could start working on this room. And by the way, look at how tall this is. So yeah, I think those are about 1 foot each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is at least 12 feet, you know, potentially 13 or 14 feet tall. Big, huge, beautiful room. You'd love to leave it open, but I mean, there'd be a lot of noise, and probably we'll re-roof it. And then I was thinking about it. We'll need electric, obviously. We'll have to put some electrical stuff in here. But after that, honestly, what we need maybe is a plaster guy. And we could maybe even hire one. Like a dude to come in here and do some plaster and fix up these walls, the cracks. And then we would be in business. I mean, you put a roof, you put some plaster, you clean it up, you paint the window. The chimney's not gonna work, the fireplace, but this is a good little room. So very excited. Well, this is kind of fun. I've never been here. This is the right-hand tower if you're up in the attic. So never been up here before. You know, there's the room down there. There's the bell tower, the one with the bell. And then of course they're doing this roof right now. So you can see they've got those two sides done. Very exciting. Very exciting. Looks good from the inside. And I love that you can see they've added a couple vertical support, you know, new pieces of wood, which is great. Now the old ones look good too. So lots of good news here. You know, you can see them up close. Yeah, they're looking great. And of course all the horizontals are new. Just gonna make sure I don't fall through the floor here. And here, I'm gonna zoom out a bit so you can see. Yeah, this is funny. This is like the tower. I believe I can stand out here. You can see down here, there's the hedge down there. So we're behind that pediment. I don't know if you can see this. Super fun, actually. And there's the big area. And this is an area that has been frequented by lots of birds and lots of stuff like that. But great to see it coming together. And the wood looks good. I was really looking forward to walking around and checking everything out. Now I did see one issue. You see there's like a crack that goes right through that one. Right there. Although it's pretty straight, that might actually be two pieces, but it makes you a little nervous. So there's quite an interweaving of big pieces of wood, so we should be fine. I'll go check this. This wood feels really solid too. I'm gonna go outside and feel this one. This one maybe feels a bit more, no. A couple of termites in that one, but not too bad. Now, obviously you can see we've got a bit of an issue with the wind, and this seems to happen every weekend. The guys go away for 2 or 3 days and they tarp it, and then after one day the tarp's already off. So, you know, there's not a ton of rain that's going to come in here if it rains, but I am still nervous about the damage that those tarps could do if those tarps get loose. So what do? I guess you just take it. Here's another little tidbit. This is, you can see kind of how the roofers operate. You know, they take piles of slate and they just kind of prop them in there, and then they hang their hammers. So that's in there for 3 days. Hopefully it doesn't fall down and puncture a gutter. Gotta think of these things. I find this interesting too. I found a nail in one of the old pieces of slate. It's quite small. You can see how small the nail is. But it looks square. Like it has square edges, which, I mean, presumably this roof's about 100 years old. I don't know how old that is, but I've heard something that square nails are quite old. Sorry, I'm bouncing around a bit. I'll try to get you in close without bouncing. Yeah, super interesting. Flip it over. Yeah, it's super, like it didn't come through a factory or anything. It looks like it's hand hammered. Let's see if I can show you the head. It's hard to get a zoom in on that, but there's the head. Yeah, cool. There's an angle you don't normally see. Love it.
So as you know, when we first saw the Chateau, we knew that the roof at some point in history was going to need some attention. We didn't know when that would happen. We didn't know how long it would take for us to try and fix it. But it kind of all of a sudden just happened that we were going to do the whole thing all at once, which I don't think have completely sunk in that we're going to get to do this.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that it's going to get done, honestly. I mean, because it's been about a month and a half. Is that right? Maybe, you know, they got started a little bit later, and they're starting to make their way around. They got the inside valley and then around the front a bit, but there's a lot to do. So
there's a lot to do.
It'll be interesting to see. Now, we have had some issues. You know, the guys put tarps on, and then the wind blows them off, and then the rain comes into the house. Plus, the tarps are blowing around. In fact, you'll see it. You've seen it in a little video here.
And it's very windy this year, unfortunately. Ooh. So I don't know if those tarps will ever stay on in between their jobs, but it always was a little nerve-wracking seeing it flapping in the wind, and then a downpour happens like it did yesterday.
Yeah, but definitely good guys, and we're optimistic. You can see also with that belt broken on the mower, the lawn just sort of went to wild. All the purple, Leslie was saying, very interesting too. You can always see the outlines of the path. It will be very fun someday to fix this up, but we're gonna get this thing all cleaned up because it is depressing to look at. So we'll get her all mowed up and looking better. Just woke up from one of those jet lag induced afternoon naps. Normally kind of a questionable move to have a nap when you're jet lagged, I realize, but man, oh man, only had 3 hours maybe in the last 40 hours of sleep. So I was getting to the point where I was gonna be sick. So I thought, man, I need to get some sleep. So I did, and it felt great, but now it's time to get up and work. And so I'm mowing. We got the mower fixed. There was a broken serpentine belt, and it was only 20 bucks, so I bought one in the States. I think they're a fair amount more here. And here we're back to where Jesse's beautiful pavers. Isn't that great? I mean, they've grown back a bit with the weeds, so we'll get the weed whip out, but man, oh man, does that ever look better. The whole thing is pavers. It's also incredible that we're almost getting to the point where we can start thinking about this roof, which is in very bad shape. For example, if we come in here and open the door, there's my toilet graveyard. You can see we have significant problems with this roof. Significant problems. You can see that considerable portions of the roof have fallen down, and the sky is open to all. So apparently how it works is once you lose integrity in the roof, then the beams start to get wet, and then the beams can collapse, and then it starts to go downhill very quickly. So we will need to get to this. I was thinking in 5 or 10 years, but the way things are going so well, we might even get to it earlier. So we'll see. We have a group of people coming out maybe next summer who are looking for a project, and you know, this would be a great project. Probably more like a conventional North American roof, not slate. So that would help us, I think. A few of us, like I know how to roof a little bit. Also noticed a tree down. Let me walk you over. Such massive and beautiful trees on this property. You know, we had that big tree come down at the back, probably around 100 feet high, and not anywhere close to one of our biggest trees. But here's another one that's come down. Looks like it's split off, and so we'll need to do some work on this. Yeah, that's a big tree. Get the chainsaw out. Yeah, my hand for comparison. So that's quite large. Looks like it split off. I think it was maybe a double, like it was a two-pronged tree, and it came off there. So that's unfortunate. It'd be great to clear this out someday as we get time to it for it. One step at a time. You got to win the mental battle. You got to keep working. You got to keep plugging ahead. You're not going to get it all in one day, but you're going to get some of it, and every step helps. Well, we heard some banging around, and it looks like a window is blown open up high, which it's good to know what it is. And there, of course, Mr. Bingley. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Mr. Bingley. Bingley, come here. Come. There he is. Come, Mr. Bingley. Come. Guys, listen to this. Now, this is extremely rare. We're up before the birds. Now, it's 5 a.m., so it doesn't seem like it's that early. It's day 2 of jet lag for me, so, you know, I'm up pretty early, but you never hear this place this quiet. I don't hear one bird. I think maybe it's the first time ever. Maybe late at night when we're going to bed. Lots of fun today, lots of work coming up. So we realize that a lot of folks just, you know, mostly come to this channel because they're interested in the Chateau. But some of you kind of, as you watch, maybe are getting to know us a little bit and like to know what's going on in our life, or at least some people say that. And so we thought we'd include some clips of the wedding. And it was just a beautiful evening.
It was a lovely day. A couple years ago, our son met a lovely girl.
Yeah.
And it's been very fun watching them court. And it's been phenomenal the last week to watch everything unfold, and I think the day turned out beautiful.
They're a beautiful couple, as you can see here, and the Sanders family just did a terrific job with the wedding day and the reception and all of that. Look at, I've got some shots here of the location. All right, big day. Son's getting married. Beautiful location. And I go get to sit down by myself because I am the father of the groom, and I don't have to walk in. Isn't this nice? Lovely location. USA, USA. It's hot as anything.
Ooh,
Would have been so, I mean, with the rehearsal dinner too, it would have been so fun to do it in the Chateau, but you can't have everything. And of course they want to have a lot of friends here, so it makes sense to do the wedding in North America.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're a great couple, and it was really fun to celebrate. So as part of the wedding celebrations, we're the parents of the groom, and we kind of had a traditional arrangement. So one of the things we got to do was rehearsal dinner. And that was really exciting to have David's rehearsal dinner right on campus here in Travis Lovett 227. My job today was polishing silver. Of course, for the regular guests, we just bought a couple of things of IKEA cutlery. But for the head table, we wanted to go special. So I just finished polishing all the silver. Isn't it nice? There's a story to it. When my parents were alive, this was their silver. They had 8 settings. And I liked it so much that I convinced Leslie to allow me to use the same pattern for us. Now, in retrospect, it's ridiculous because my sense of style is nil and Leslie's is amazing, but I did love it. And happily Leslie agreed. And so we got 8 sets of silver for our wedding present. And then of course, years later they died. And so we inherited the other ones. So we have lots of good silver. Can't wait for what's gonna be a beautiful event. But check out the difference a little polish makes, eh? This was one of the worst forks. And let's just put it right next to some of the nice ones. Not some? Yeah, a little work helps out. All clean. Hey everyone, so we're having the big rehearsal dinner tonight. Lots of fun. Wish it was at the Chateau, but this will work good. So here's our strategy. We're gonna have them come in here and we have our friends, Tawny, Jesse, and Sam are going to be walking around with appetizers. People can sit or have beverages or one of the appetizers. Lots of fun. We sort of blocked off that side. Then eventually they'll come in here. This is gonna be our food area. Again, this is a classroom we're using, so that's gonna be the drinks bar where we'll make up our fun little drinks. And we've got Hawaiian food coming, David's and maybe Kim's favorite place. Lots of fun. Here they are in front of the Chateau. And then after appetizers and drinks, they'll come into this room, my favorite classroom on the Multnomah campus, TL 227, with beautiful views out the windows. And Leslie has got a lovely, lovely table set. And there's our menu. Hawaiian macaroni salad, Maui mango salad, guava chicken, mojito chicken, and Kahlua pig. Lots of fun. And she really wanted to go with a head table, so all the people there, and then of course some tables for families. Just a rehearsal dinner, 38 people, 3 staff, and it should be lovely. We'll catch a sunset coming down right over there, and we'll lower that screen and show some video too of them. Gonna be a good night. After the wedding, this was also kind of exciting. I haven't seen my brothers, all of us together, for maybe 5-7 years, quite a long time.
Yep.
And so we said, hey, let's all go out to the beach after, and we'll stay for a couple days. And it was great to see them and walk around a little bit.
It was, and their kids have grown so much,
oh,
and it's fun for them. They got to be in the wedding,
yeah.
So they were very, very cute and did a smash-up job. They did everything they were supposed to, and it was fun to see them grow up and be there too.
Yeah, honestly though, I thought we'd have more in the tank, but just after the long session and the marathon work on this, and then the jet lag, and then the wedding and the rehearsal dinner, man, we were spent. So, it was great, but it's great to be back here at the Chateau. And we're gonna try to get lots more videos up now, since we have quite a bit more time. We have about 40 days out here to work on some things, and not with a gun to our head. There's nothing immediately happening until, program-wise, until next year. So that's just a really great place to be.
Really
we'll try to get a few things. One more announcement. This is really exciting. We have our friends Jason and Danica back. They came 2 years ago to the Chateau and helped us with the session.
Yep.
And they're gonna come out for 3 months to come live in the Chateau while we're gone. And that's terrific because we know them, we like them, they're good folks, and their son is also gonna be with them. And so, yeah, good times. Okay, thanks for coming with us this week. You guys have a good weekend. We'll try to get some more videos up now. Great to be back at the Aquina Head Lighthouse here in Newport, Oregon. It's, you know, a lot of times I come down here and we have the beach house that we mostly rent out. Honestly, it's a retirement strategy for us more than a luxury, but when we're here, we were always working. But since the wedding's over, we came here with my brothers, haven't seen them all for years and years, and we're gonna spend a few days here together. It's awesome. And I'm just having fun. So I came down to the beach, Uncle Tim going for a walk towards the caves, and Ari, who was the flower girl, she is exploring the ocean too. So we had a little walk down here, super fun. Of course, when you're parenting, when you're bringing up kids or when you're a youth worker, you want to give them the opportunity to explore a little bit and try some things. You want it to be safe. And so I'm standing a little ways off, so if there's trouble I can get over there, but also far enough away that she can have some autonomy and do what she wants. And yeah, it's always a balance. It's always a balance. Beautiful place. If you ever get to come to Newport, you should do it.